Namaskaram everyone. Natyaprabha Dance Academy welcomes you all to its 5th Salangai Poojai, celebrating the dance achievements and memorable milestones of dancers Charushri, Himasri, Reha, and Shrivisha. With 14 students who have completed their Salangai Poojai after being established in 2016 and 2 that have completed their R&D term, Natyaprabha Dance Academy is excited to welcome 4 new members to the club. A Salangai Poojai is an important part of a dancer's journey because it exhibits their ability to perform a half marga, which is half of what a dancer must do to complete their R&D term. It is also where the dancer exhibits the hard work that they have put in the last 5 years of their lives, and these girls are ready to show you what they can do. Another big part of the Salangai Poojai is that it's where the dancers first receive their Salangai, which are the most important piece of a Bharatanatyam dance costume. As someone who's completed their Salangai Poojai a couple years ago, I know the excitement and anxiety that these girls are feeling today, and they just want to make it perfect for everyone here. Miss Meena and these 4 girls have worked very hard, and to make sure that today is special and goes exactly how they want to, there are a few things you need to keep in mind. First, make sure that there's no flash photography, to keep electronic silence, keep children seated, and do not get up in the middle of a performance. Instead, you may get up in between performances. All these things will help in being respectful to both the dancers and the people around you. Thank you, and we hope you enjoy the show. And now for the moment we've all been waiting for. Let's get these dances started. Now I have Shriya up here with me to help me assist you with the dances. The first dance that the girls will be performing is the Natesha Kauthuvam. This Natesha Kauthuvam was composed by the Tanjavur Quartet, is in Ragam Hamsadlani, and is set to Adi, and was choreographed by our guru Miss Meena. This Natesha Kauthuvam is a lyrics praising Lord Shiva as a cosmic dancer. As it describes Shiva as one who is worshipped by rishis, demons, and gods, including Brahma and Vishnu. As Lord Shiva performs his Thandavam, his bells produce beautiful sounds that are pleasant to the ears. The trident he holds sways with his movement as well. Through music played by his Vahana Nandi, Lord Shiva dances powerfully with his tiger skin, the sun and moon, a damaru in hand, as well as his ornaments that produce a fearful form that is still a magnificent sight to see. So please help me in welcoming Charushri, Himasri, Reha, and Shrivisha to the stage now to perform their Natesha Kauthuvam. And a great way to kick off the Salangai Poojai. Namaskaram, I am Anika and I'll be taking you through the next item the girls will be performing, which is an Alarippu. Alarippu literally means flowering bud. It is traditionally one of the first dance pieces Bharatanatyam dancers learn and perform. Alarippu is an invocatory piece that offers respects to the god, the guru, and the audience. This Alarippu demonstrates a dancer's ability to perform precise motions at each of the three speeds. Alarippu begins with Attamis or neck movements, followed by Mandiyaru in the second half, and later culminates with vibrant footwork and Thirumanam Adu. It is entirely composed of nritta or footwork and concentrates on body and core control. The movements of this piece helps relax the dancer's mind and coordinate her limbs to prepare her for the whole performance. This Alarippu is composed by Annadurai or Mooladhara and is set to Mr. Jati Jeyabalan, choreographed by Miss Meena. Thank you and we hope you enjoy.
தை தையும் தத்தாம் தத்தாம் தத்திங்கின் நத்தும் தத்தாம் 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 தத்திங்கின் நத்தும் தத்தை தையும் தத்தாம் தத்தாம் தத்திங்கின் நத்தும் தத்தாம் 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 தத்திக்கிறது தருகிறதும் தாம் தாம் தி தாம் தத்திங்கின் நத்தும் தை த தை த தை தத்திங்கின் நத்தும் தாம் தி தாம் தி தாம் தத்திங்கின் நத்தும் தை த தை த தை தத்திங்கின் நத்தும் தாம் தி தாம் தி தாம் தத்திங்கின் நத்தும் தை த தை த தை தத்திங்கின் நத்தும் தாம் தி தாம் தி தாம் தத்திங்கின் நத்து தை த தை த தை தத்திங்கின் நத்து தாம் தி தாம் தி தாம் தத்திங்கின் நத்து தை த தை த தை தத்திங்கின் நத்து தாம் தி தாம் தி தாம் தத்திங்கின் நத்து தை த தை த தை தத்திங்கின் நத்து தாம் தி தாம் தி தாம் தத்திங்கின் நத்து தை த தை த தை தத்திங்கின் நத்து தாம் தி தாம் தி தாம் தத்திங்கின் நத்தும் தை த தை த தை தத்திங்கின் நத்தும் தாம் தி தாம் தி தாம் தத்திங்கின் நத்தும் தை த தை த தை தத்திங்கின் நத்தும் தாம் தி தாம் தி தாம் தத்திங்கின் நத்தும் தை த தை த தை தத்திங்கின் நத்தும் தாம் தி தாம் தி தாம் தத்திங்கின் நத்து தை த தை த தை தத்திங்கின் நத்து தாம் தி தாம் தி தாம் தத்திங்கின் நத்து தை த தை த தை தத்திங்கின் நத்து தாம் தி தாம் தி தாம் தத்திங்கின் நத்து தை த தை த தை தத்திங்கின் நத்து தாம் தி தாம் தி தாம் தத்திங்கின் நத்து தை த தை த தை தத்திங்கின் நத்து தாம் தி தாம் தி தாம் தத்திங்கின் நத்து தை த தை த தை தத்திங்கின் நத்து தாம் தி தாம் தி தாம் தத்திங்கின் நத்து தை த தை த தை தத்திங்கின் நத்து தாம் தி தாம் தி தாம் தத்திங்கின் நத்து தை த தை த தை தத்திங்கின் நத்து தாம் தி தாம் தி தாம் தத்திங்கின் நத்து தை த தை த தை தத்திங்கின் நத்து தாம் தி தாம் தி தாம் தத்திங்கின் நத்தும் தை த தை த தை தத்திங்கின் நத்தும் தாம் தி தாம் தி தாம் தத்திங்கின் நத்தும் தை த தை த தை தத்திங்கின் நத்தும் தாம் தி தாம் தி தாம் தத்திங்கின் நத்தும் தை த தை த தை தத்திங்கின் நத்தும் தாம் தி தாம் தி தாம் தத்திங்கின் நத்து தை த தை த தை தத்திங்கின் நத்து தாம் தி தாம் தி தாம் தத்திங்கின் நத்து தை த தை த தை தத்திங்கின் நத்து தாம் தி தாம் தி தாம் தத்திங்கின் நத்து தை த தை த தை தத்திங்கின் நத்து தாம் தி தாம் தி தாம் தத்திங்கின் நத்து தை த தை த தை தத்திங்கின் நத்து தஜ்ஜும் கனிக தாம் தகஜும் தனக தை தஜ்ஜும் கனிக தகஜும் தனக தத்திங்கின் நத்து த தத்திங்கின் நத்து தத்திங்கின் நத்து த தத்திங்கின் நத்து தத்திங்கின் நத்து தத்திங்கின் நத்து திருகிட 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 தளம் குதக்க தத்திங்கின் நத்து த தத்தை தை யும் தத்தா
putting more emphasis on the execution of complex ethical combinations in rhythmic patterns, which you will see in this item through jatis and mostly korvas. But, unlike the Alarippu, the Jathiswaram is usually longer and includes dancing to swaras, which are Indian classical music notes, which means that there will be no sahityam or lyrics. Since the Jathiswaram is a Nritta piece, there will be less of a focus on abhigaya or emotions. And so instead of watching the girls portray stories in this item, you will instead be able to enjoy the harmony in how the beautiful music and rhythm flow together with the dancers' energetic movements, showcasing their ability to deliver difficult audible combinations with ease. This Jathiswaram in particular is from Dr. Sudhakarni, set in Rasali Ragam and Aditalam, choreographed by Meena. Please enjoy the Jathiswaram.
The next dance will be performed by Shrivisha and Charushri and is called Mooladhara Moorthy. It was composed by Papanasam Shivan in Hamsamani Ragam set to Adi Talam, choreographed by our guru, Miss Meena. Mooladhara Moorthy is a dance that focuses on the Mooladhara chakra, also known as the root chakra. This chakra is believed to be the foundation of our physical and spiritual lives. This dance is dedicated to Lord Ganesha, who this chakra is believed to be connected to. Lord Ganesha is known as the god of new beginnings and the remover of obstacles. This dance has three parts: the Pallavi, Anupallavi, and Charanam. The Pallavi of Mooladhara Moorthy praises Lord Ganesha and talks about how he helps remove obstacles. In the Anupallavi, Lord Ganesha's divine qualities and his role in bringing wisdom and success is shown. In the Charanam, the dancers will begin to express the story of how one day Parvati was imagining having a little boy. Parvati used turmeric to bring a little boy into existence. Parvati told the boy to let no one in while she went to go take a bath. The boy did as told and was guarding the door. Shiva had come by the house, but the boy would not let him in as he didn't know who Shiva was. Even after Shiva explained to the boy that he was Parvati's husband, the boy still did not listen. Shiva got angry and ended up cutting off the boy's head. Parvati had to come and explain to Shiva who the boy was, and Shiva was then determined to fix what he had done. Shiva told his servants to bring the head of the first living thing they saw and bring it to him. His servants brought an elephant's head, placed it on the little boy, and Shiva had given his blessing. This dance expresses how Lord Ganesha comes into existence. Our talented dancers will bring the energy of Lord Ganesha to life through beautiful footwork, hand gestures, and facial expressions. Thank you and enjoy the performance. explain the details of the next performance. A Kirtanam, Mayilvahana, composed by Papanasam Shivan, performed as a duet by Himasri and Reha. This Kirtanam features Mayilvahana, meaning the one with a peacock as his vehicle, Lord Muruga or Lord Subramanya. The Pallavi of the Kirtanam sings praises of Lord Murugan as someone who travels on a peacock, and as the one who captured the heart of Bali, asking the one, also known as Saravanababa, to shower his blessing. In the Anupallavi, the poet expresses Murugan playing on the Himalayan mountains with 12 hands, as he was born as 6 kids to represent our 5 senses and the mind that controls it. In the Charanam, it is narrated that Murugan shines as bright as a full moon and is the nephew of the omnipresent Vishnu. The music credit to this Kirtanam, Mayilvahana, is given to Bharata Kala Ratna J. Suryanarayana Moorthy. The ragam is Mohana and the talam is Adi. The choreography to this beautiful duet is done by Meena Auntie. Thank you all for your attention, and I hope you enjoy this duet. That was a wonderful duet by Himasri and Reha. Let's give them another round of applause. I am Tristha, and I'll be taking you through the details of the next performance. The next dance is Theerathavilayattu Pillai, a kid tune. Theerathavilayattu Pillai essentially means eternally playful boy, and it portrays some of the many pranks that Lord Krishna plays. Lord Krishna is an incarnation of Lord Vishnu, and he is well known for his charming antics and escapades during his time on earth. This song describes Krishna as a menace to the young gopis of Vrindavan. In the dancers will perform and show some of the many practical jokes that Krishna plays. The act opens with Krishna throwing rocks at the pots of water on the gopis' heads as they walk in the streets of Vrindavan. He goes on to give the delicious fruit to the delight of the gopi, but as she relishes it, he doesn't let her finish it as he snatches it away. How naughty can someone be that as the gopi begs him to return the fruit, he only licks it all over and returns it to the gopi's dismay. Krishna continues his pranks by being so mischievous that he offers a gopi one flower, and instead of giving it to that gopi, adorns another gopi's hair with that same exact flower. Krishna continues his jokes in many other ways, like pulling a gopi's hair before disappearing, or throwing dirt at their colorful maiden dresses. In the final act, Krishna plays intoxicatingly sweet music, and as the gopis listen with their jaws dropped, he playfully throws dirt into their mouths. It is through these stories that the poet narrates to us just how mischievous Krishna was. This kirtanam is in Ragam Ragamalika, set in Galam Khandam, and is composed by Mama Kavi Bharatiya. The choreographer is my mother, Miss Meena, and the music credit goes to Guru Delhi V. Krishna. Immediately after this performance is the Mangalam. And the Mangalam is a short item during which the performers will give their gratitude towards God, the Guru, and the audience. And it will also be an auspicious end to today's spectacular Salangai Poojai. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy.
Theerathavilayattu Pillai, Theerathavilayattu Pillai, Kannathiruvile Pengale Koyada Kollai, Theerathavilayattu Pillai, Kannathiruvile Pengale Koyada தீராத விளையாட்டு பிள்ளை கண்ணன் தெருவிலே பெண்கள் போயாத தொல்லை தீராத விளையாட்டு பிள்ளை கண்ணன் தெருவிலே பெண்கள் போயாத தொல்லை தீராத விளையாட்டு பிள்ளை சின்னப்பழம் கொண்டு தருவான் இன்னப்பழம் கொண்டு தருவான் பாதி தின்கின்ற போதிலே தட்டி பறிப்பான் சின்னப்பழம் கொண்டு தருவான் பாதி தின்கின்ற போதிலே தட்டி பறிப்பான் என்னப்பன் என்னையன் என்றான் என்னப்பன் என்னையன் என்றான் அதனை எச்சில் படித்து கடித்து கொடுப்பான் என்னப்பன் என்னையன் என்றான் அதனை எச்சில் படித்து கடித்து கொடுப்பான் தீராத விளையாட்டு பிள்ளை கண்ணன் தெருவிலே செங்கலில் போயாத தொல்லை தீராத விளையாட்டு பிள்ளை அழகுள்ள மலர் கொண்டு வந்தேன் அழகுள்ள மலர் கொண்டு வந்தேன் என்னை அழகழ செய்தவின் கண்ணை மூடிக்கொள் குழலிலே சோற்றுவேன் அழகுள்ள மலர் கொண்டு வந்தேன் என்னை அழகழ செய்தவின் கண்ணை மூடிக்கொள் குழலிலே சோற்றுவேன் என்னை குருடாக்கி மலரினை தோழிக்கு வைப்பான் குருடாக்கி மலரினை தோழிக்கு வைப்பான் தீராத விளையாட்டு பிள்ளை பின்னலை பின்னின்றிருப்பான் கண்ண பின்னலை பின்னின்றிருப்பான் தலை பின்ன திரும்பும் சென்று மறைவான் பின்னலை பின்னின்றிருப்பான் தலை பின்ன திரும்பும் சென்று மறைவான் வண்ண புதுச்சேலைகளிலே வண்ண புதுச்சேலைகளிலே புழுதி மாறி சொரிந்தே வருத்தி குலைப்பான் வண்ண புதுச்சேலைகளிலே புழுதி மாறி சொரிந்தே வருத்தி குலைப்பான் தீராத விளையாட்டு பிள்ளை விளையாட்டு பிள்ளை விளையாட்டு பிள்ளை புல்லாங்குழல் கொண்டு வருவான் புல்லாங்குழல் கொண்டு வருவான் புல்லாங்குழல் கொண்டு வருவான் கண்ணன் புல்லாங்குழல் கொண்டு வருவான் புல்லாங்குழல் கொண்டு வருவான் அவனு பொங்கி தரும் குணல் கீதம் படிப்பான் கள்ளால் மயங்குவது போலே கள்ளால் மயங்குவது போலே அதை கண்ணோடி வைத்திருந்தே கேட்டிருப்போம் தீராத விளையாட்டு பிள்ளை கண்ணன் தெருவிலே பெண்களில் போயாத தொல்லை தீராத விளையாட்டு பிள்ளை விளையாட்டு பிள்ளை விளையாட்டு பிள்ளை
श्रीराम जय मंगलम श्रीराम जय मंगलम तिरुवागिर सीतापते मंगलम श्रीराम जय मंगलम सूरर कुकुल कुमार सकल उपकार अवतार गंभीर मुरार गुण श्रीराम जय मंगलम
also like to thank my parents and my sister for being with me every step of the way and supporting me in my dance journey. I would like to thank Venu Uncle for helping us with exercises and supporting us in dance. I'm so grateful for my friends, Reha, Shrivisha, and Charu, whom I'm dancing with today. I've known Reha from my childhood, and we took our first steps into the dance school together. Later, I met Shrivisha and Charu in dance classes and dance performances, and we all became very good friends. I'm so grateful to have such awesome friends. I started dancing on October 2019, and I learned many more things than just dance. I remember that Miss Meena told us lots of stories about different gods and goddesses. I started to like Lord Shiva after I heard many stories about him from Miss Meena, and now he's my favorite god. I learned about traditional things like Rangoli, Kolam, gods and their stories, morals, and many more things. My dream is to become a great dancer like my guru. And I'm really very thankful for everything she does for us. And I'm delighted that she thought that I was capable to do my Salangai Poojai. I love to dance. I really do. There is more to dance than just doing the moves with your hands and your feet. We need to have a focus on things like expressions, grace, and body control. These are the things that can come with practice and hard work. That is something that I learned. Before I got on stage for my first ever dance performance, I became a little nervous after I saw the crowd. But as soon as I started dancing, it all just washed away. I learned that I was scared for nothing because you will have a little bit of fear at the beginning, but it will start to fade away while you are dancing. And that is something that I found out while I was doing the performance. I would like to thank all the MCs for giving such wonderful speeches for all our dances. I would like to thank everybody that made this day special. I would also like to thank everybody for coming to watch us dance today. I hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you.
Namaskaram everyone. I am Charushri and my dance journey in Bharatanatyam started when I was 8 years old. I am deeply grateful to my teacher, Guru Meena Auntie, who not only taught me dance but also instilled discipline and valuable life lessons. Starting, I wasn't sure if I would enjoy it, but as I learned the Natesha Kauthuvam and other pieces, dancing became a source of joy and inspiration in my life. Over the past 4 years, dancing has been more than just learning steps. It has taught me about India's rich history, the significance of our traditions, and a few artistic expressions. It has also imparted essential values such as teamwork, perseverance, and respect. From the first moment I stepped into dance class, I found more than just movement. I discovered a passion that would become a central part of who I am. Dance has been my constant companion through the ups and downs of my life. Despite initial nervousness before performances, dancing has always brought me happiness and a sense of freedom, allowing me to transcend any doubts or fears. In those early days of learning basic steps, I found joy in the rhythm and the challenge of mastering new techniques. As I progressed, each new item I learned added layers to my understanding of movement and artistry. But dance is more than just physical motion. It is a language through which I have learned to communicate my deepest emotions and tell stories that words cannot fully capture. Beyond the technical skills, dance has taught me invaluable life lessons. It has taught me the importance of teamwork and collaboration, as every successful performance is a result of synchronized effort. I am incredibly thankful for the unwavering support of my parents who encourage me every step of the way, my dance peers, Shrivisha, Himasri, and Reha, who have made every practice session a joyous experience, to Kenzie, who has supported me whenever I met her, to Guru Meena Auntie for her continuous guidance and belief in my potential as a dancer, to Venu Uncle, who pushed us to build stamina and perfect adabus, everyone who made and helped make this milestone possible, and lastly, thank you to everyone who attended our Salangai Poojai and witnessed our journey. Your support has made this experience truly unforgettable. Your encouragement and belief in me have ignited my passion and changed everything. To everyone here today, I hope my journey through dance inspires you to pursue your own passions with courage and dedication. Thank you.
Namaskar and hello. My name is Reha and I'm 11 years old. For nearly 5 years, I've been immersed in the incredible, captivating world of Bharatanatyam. It all began on October 7, 2019. I remember watching my sister dance and I would just admire every moment of it. This is when I fell in love with dance. I just want to say thank you to everyone that came here today to support me and my friends and to be with us here for our milestone. I also want to say thank you to Venu Uncle for always correcting me and making me a better dancer. There's even one word to describe how thankful I am that I have loving and supportive parents who enroll me in dance. My parents who always take me to dance class, who stand up for me and always care for me. Thank you for everything you've done for me and I really appreciate you guys. Dancing makes me extremely happy because I can learn new things about my culture and see my friends every Sunday. I can't even imagine what I would do without my sister because she was my inspiration and she's the reason I love dance so much. I remember during COVID we had online classes and every time I mess up or every time I just get in trouble, I just run to my sister for help and she would always help me and be there. I also love going to dance class because I get to see my best friends Shrivisha, Charushri, and Himasri. I've known Himasri since I was younger and even though we used to fight, she'll always still be one of my closest friends. And also, I need to thank Adi and Shraddha. Even though they don't dance with me, they've always been there for me to support me whenever I was sad or anxious or worried. Thank you for being such amazing and encouraging friends and always helping me and making me laugh. I hope to share many more amazing memories with you. I also need to thank my aunts and my cousins for coming here, and they flew from San Antonio, Texas. And thank you guys for coming and supporting me. And no matter how my dance journey ends up, I know that I will never forget my guru, Miss Meena. Miss Meena is the best dance teacher I could ever get because Miss Meena is so passionate about dance and she's just perfect at it. And she was always my inspiration. Miss Meena holds a very special place in my heart. Her kindness, passion, and dedication inspires me every day. Miss Meena's tireless efforts have made me a better dancer, and I'll forever cherish these moments I've spent with her. I also want to say that this is a dream to be part of such an incredible dance school. I used to never talk to Miss Meena because I was kind of scared of her, but now I have more of a stronger bond with her. Thank you so much for always pushing me to the limits and making me a better dancer. I also need to thank all the parents who helped us today because they all made sure that we had an incredible milestone and one that I will never forget. And last but not least, all the senior girls. All these girls are people that I look up to because they are amazing dancers and they spent a lot of their time helping us. Everyone who I just mentioned are people that helped me and guided me to this milestone, and I love and care for them so much. I'm also very excited to see what is yet to come in this fun and amazing dance journey. Thank you everyone for coming, and I hope you enjoyed it.
Namaskaram, my name is Shrivisha. I am 12 years old and going into 7th grade. I want to start by thanking my parents who have been so supportive throughout the Salangai Poojai preparing. Your support is what makes today happen. I also want to thank my amazing dance teacher who taught me and helped me fix my mistakes. I also want to thank all my new friends, Himasri, Reha, and Charu, who are doing the Salangai Poojai with me. By this, I have made new friends who I am so grateful for. Other people to thank are one of my most supportive best friends, Nithi Love, Venu Uncle for helping me with my core, and then a second mention for my mom because of all the things she does. Now about my dance journey. I started at 5 to around 6 years old, and the first 2 years were literally the worst. I would never practice or do anything. Then when I went and restarted everything from the beginning, though it was hard, I kept working and now I'm here doing my Salangai Poojai. And finally, I want to thank everybody for coming to cheer us on today. I hope you enjoyed your show and thank you again.
Now it's time for us to recognize a few very special guests.
Our first chief guest for today is Carly Anderson, who is the director of the Lakeville School Board. We are so happy she's here today representing Lakeville schools along with many.
Edda Humes is also here with us today as organizing director of Congresswoman Angie Craig.
Joshua Lee is also here today as a chief guest. He is part of the City Council of Lakeville and is the mayor of Lakeville.
John Dermal is also part of the City Council of Lakeville.
Shriya is a Lakeville Park and Recreation Council.
Anantharamakumar is a versatile artist with an international reputation, pursuing vocals, Natyaprabha, Bharatanatyam, acts as a recording and dubbing artist, and martial art choral originating from Kerala. He is also a jury panelist in ZTV's Saregama singing reality show. He heads his brainchild organization, Shrivisha Arts and Creations, which was created back in 2010. This organization has been recognized by both the Ministry of Culture from the Indian government and the Kannada and Culture departments of the government of Karnataka. Anand sir is also an empaneled artist in the Indian government's Indian Council for Cultural Relations and has traveled worldwide across Europe, Africa, Southeast Asia, and Australia to conduct music and dance workshops and performances. Me, Tristha, and the rest of the senior batch had the opportunity to work with him last fall during the workshop. And so we are so happy he is here today as one of our chief guests.
Finally, I'd like to introduce my uncle, Colonel J. Narayanan. Narayanan is the younger brother of my uncle, Meena. He has been serving with the Indian Army for the last 20 years as a part of the Special Forces. He has been decorated with multiple awards, including the Sena Medal for Bravery, the Samanya Seva Medal, the Videsh Seva Medal, the Special Service Medal, and many, many more. J. Narayanan was born in Bangalore, India. He completed his schooling in Sainik School, Amaravati Nagar, Tamil Nadu, and went on to graduate at the National Defense Academy in Pune, India. He was commissioned into the Indian military through the Indian Military Academy in Dehradun, India. He has many hobbies, like being a passionate basketball player, and he has even pursued Mridangam in childhood. He even played the Mridangam in the All India Radio, or AIR, during his school days. And today he will be joining us as my uncle.
Now that the chief guests are all on stage, we would like to felicitate them, and we will be handing over the microphone to Meenakshi. Thank you.
Namaskaram everyone. What an incredible performance we have witnessed today. As we come to the close of this beautiful evening, I feel an overwhelming sense of pride and gratitude. First and foremost, I want to extend my heartfelt congratulations to all our wonderful dancers on completing the Salangai Poojai, the first milestone for a dancer. The countless hours of hard work you poured into your performances truly shows. I would also like to take a moment to thank the parents and families. Your unwavering support and encouragement have been instrumental in helping these kids reach this level. Thank you for being their biggest fans and believing in me as we work through their dance journey. And finally, to our audience, thank you for being here this evening and for the enthusiastic support. Let me be very clear, this is not vote of thanks. I just want to thank you all personally. Anyway, your energy and applause means the world to our young dancers and make their hard work appreciated and worthwhile. As we conclude the Salangai Poojai, I remind the dancers that we are only halfway there. So keep pushing yourself to do better and continue dancing with joy and passion. Remember, dance is not just about the steps and movements. Like I always say, it's about expressing yourself, telling a story, and connecting with your audience. Congratulations once again to everyone. This event was a true testament to the beauty and power of Bharatanatyam. Let's continue to inspire and be inspired through this divine art form. At Natyaprabha Dance Academy, Salangai Poojai has been the event where we honor people who've been instrumental in the growth of the academy in one way or the other, directly or indirectly. Speaking about the guest of honors for this evening, it is with great pride and affection that I stand before you today to speak about someone special to me, my younger brother, Narayanan. It is truly a privilege to have him here with us today, even if it is virtual. Despite being younger, he has consistently shown maturity and wisdom beyond his age. His actions and characters have taught me valuable lessons, making him a profound influence in my life. One of the most remarkable qualities of Narayanan is his determination. Whatever it is, whether it's academics, sports, his personal pursuits, he approaches everything with a level of dedication and focus that is truly inspiring. His actions and character have taught me valuable lessons, making him a profound influence in my life. Watching him overcome challenges and push beyond his limits has motivated me to strive harder in my own endeavors. But what stands out most is the bond we share. He's been a constant friend and a confidant. We have shared countless memories, from playful moments to deep conversations. His unwavering support and belief in me have been a cornerstone of my strength. From our childhood, he's had to make a lot of sacrifices. I can't start from when he has had to sacrifice going on to his own competitions so that I can go for my dance performances. So, all his sacrifices is the one that made me capable of following my passion, and that's the reason I'm standing in front of you all today. Thank you so much for all that you have done and that you continue to do. Te Narayana, I want to take this opportunity to express how much you mean to me. Your influence has been immense, and I'm incredibly proud of the person you have become. Please join me in celebrating my younger brother Narayanan, whose influence and love has made a profound difference in my passion, in my life as a dancer. I request him to share a few words with us.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, students, teachers, and enthusiastic audiences. Before I commence, I must tell you the life has never been easy for us. As you have seen, we have been fixing many things every time. It is indeed a great opportunity and honor for me to be part of such a wonderful program. I would like to compliment the team for such a wonderful performance. It was really incredible. I would like to congratulate the students who have earned the Salangai today. One of the most important days, and it will linger in their memories for a long time. It was rightly brought out by one of the MC that she still remembers her performance on Salangai Poojai. I am sure your journey would have been very adventurous. There would have been times when your morale would have been down. There would have been in a party, movie or a games with your friends, whereas you have to be attending a dance class. There will be a number of days that parents would be pushing you to dance class. I am sure there will be a number of days where new steps or hard steps have been practiced or introduced. Your mind or body will be pulling you away from the dance. There will be days when people would have been criticizing you for what you did. Despite all this, you all have proved this and you have earned your Salangai today. That is because of your passion. Passion is what burns in you. Sometimes you don't know until otherwise you try it. Passion makes you dream and dream big. One of the earlier presidents, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, has said, dreams are not the one you see while you sleep. It is the one that do not let you sleep. I call it constructive diversion. Keeps you awake in boring classes, in boring forum, in monotonous travel journeys, where your mind keeps thinking, imagining creative things that makes you an artist, keeps your energy focused. So passion and dreams go hand in hand. So I'll request you all to dream big. For the students who have taken a major leap today and have earned the Salangai, there's another half to go. And I'm sure you will be making it, and I'm sure you will be giving your best. A small reinforcement on your belief. The word classical means high quality, time tested, traditional. So you are all very classical dancers. So it literally means you are elite and you stand different. By no means I am not bringing down the other folk dance, only contemporary dance artists down. However, classical has its own stand. I would personally like to congratulate all the parents the invisible force, the guiding lights, the lighthouses of their children. Your sacrifice, your perseverance, your invaluable and unreplaceable time have ensured this. I am sure when the chips are down in your children, you will be the one who will be picking up for them. I once again congratulate you, and I want to congratulate your friends, siblings, and all those who have sacrificed in your success today. I would like to thank all other esteemed guests for their patient learning and confidence building. Lastly, I would like to thank my sister, Meenakshi, for such lovely words and giving me such an opportunity. And my mother, who have been pushing us for what we are doing today, my brother-in-law for all his sacrifices, Tristha for her support and Ma out there. Thanks for this wonderful opportunity. Once again, I have to reiterate, I am honored. Before I sign off a small quote, the life battle do not always go to a person who is stronger, taller or faster. It goes to a man who thinks he can. It's by Vince Lombardi, a national football coach of America. So all I can tell you is, please continue because you can. Thank you.
So much for your kind words. It's a very ungodly hour in India. He joined us I think at around 4 a.m. to be part of your performances today, be part of the celebration. So thank you for doing that for us, Narayana. On behalf of Narayanan, I would like my mom to come and receive a small memento from us. While she is here, I want to just let you know, she has sacrificed tremendously. She has put up all the fight because my father was not very supportive of me dancing. My mom was a single mom fighting so that I can be a dancer, and she is the one who is one of the reasons why I started the dance school. So I'm really happy and honored that she's always here to be part of our celebrations. Speaking about Anand's victim, he has already been introduced to you, but I would like to take a moment to share my personal admiration and the profound impact he has had on our dance academy. As a fellow dancer and dance teacher, Anand has inspired us all with his remarkable talent, unwavering dedication, and a deep passion for the art of Bharatanatyam. We are deeply grateful for your contributions, your mentorship, and your unwavering commitment to the art form of Bharatanatyam. Your presence today is a source of inspiration for us all. And we are truly privileged to have you as part of our dance family. Please join me in giving a heartfelt round of applause to our exceptional guest of honor, Anand. I request you to share your words.
Shri Guru Bhyo Hari Om. What a beautiful ambience out here. I was speechless after the Mangalam, and I was like still expecting few more items from the kids. Reason being that they were so precise, they were so accurate in their adavus execution, and the crispiness in the adavus is something that defines a dancer. Not just the adavus, the Araimandi, Mudumandi, and the Hasta Mudras, Angashuddham in the Hasta Mudras. A big round of applause to all the 4 kids who just outperformed today. I mean, they were like equally excellent performance, and it was incredible, and all the credit goes to our Meena ji. This shows her dedication, her passion. You could have seen in the backdrop, in her logo, the way she was holding the Dola Hasta and holding that pose itself with Aramandi and the Anchita Palam and everything. So the design itself says that she is so to the point, and the children are definitely walking her way. And coming to the dance is coming to one thing that's the Natya Shastra, which we all follow for the dance, right? So there is a beautiful verse, Shrutir Matarayah Pita. So dance is not only about dance. Dance is also about music, also about rhythm, and it's a team thing that one needs to incorporate in themselves in order to be presented as a dancer. So there is also a beautiful verse in Natya Shastra which talks about what is Tada. Tada means it's that is the beauty of Sanskrit language, I would say. Each and every letter has enormous and humongous amount of our volume of beating adapted to it. Takaraha Shankara Prokto, Lakaraha Shakti Muchyate, Shiva Shakti Samayogat Tadanama Vidhiyate. So it is said that, like the way we all have father and mother, it is said to be that music and dance are the two eyes of a person who wants to pursue the dance. So Ta is derived from Shiva and La is derived from the Parvati. So Shiva, Tandava and Lasya, both amalgamation of both of them is nothing but Tada, which is the rhythm of the whole universe, which is all connected, and for that matter, even our heartbeat is also in a BPM, beats per minute. So that's the beauty of dance and art form itself. So we are all artists, and moreover, I can see artists here, wherein you have all providing unwavering support to all the beautiful kids that are pursuing dance, and it's a mind-blowing for Salangai Poojai. It is like they have done an excellent job, and all credits to you kids, and God bless you all. And this was at the level of performing Arangetram level of performance with the amount of Aravandi or whatever the skills that they have already possessed, right? So keep going, and you guys please also support them the same way. And why I was specifying more about both music and dance is because from my childhood, by God's grace and Guru's blessings, I have been into both music and dance art forms. So it has always gone hand in hand for me to pursue. And each item, the Ganesha item might be the style from Natesha Kauthuvam, each and every items were really very thoughtful, and I would like to give credits to Meena ji for selecting those very apt and beautiful items for their presentations, which was very unusual and which was very unique in a way. So having said that, on a closing note, I would like to say, because since this is a Salangai Puja, it is the first step of their dance journey, I would like to wish them all the very best. And since all we know, at the beginning we all pray Lord Ganesha. So Lord Ganesha is nothing but the Vignaharta and Vigna Vinashaka, right? So I just thought I would just sing a line or two so that all the hurdles will be vanished away, and they can pursue their art form with ease going forward. Vignatvam sakam vina Vinayakam bhajamyaham. Thank you for having me out, and I would like to thank especially Meenakshi for having me over here, and all the esteemed dignitaries present alongside me, and thanks for hearing me out. Thanks a lot.
Please accept a small memento from this moment. Thank you so much for taking the time to be with us today, Anand, and for your kind words. At Natyaprabha Dance Academy, we are looking forward to many more years of collaboration with you. I call upon Carly to share a few words with us. So these were people who are, I'm really honored to have them here because it was a very last minute, short notice, and they made their time to come here. So please.
Hi everyone, my name is Carly Anderson. I'm on the Board of Education for Lakeville area schools. It is such an honor to be with you all tonight. I am simply blown away by these performances, these girls. I just can't believe the work that probably went into, well, I know went into this, and the courage and bravery you showed tonight. And Miss Meena, to get them ready for tonight, I can only imagine hours and hours and hours of work. And we know parents are behind all of these dances as well, and the MCs, I loved all of their stories, and this has truly been not just a beautiful experience to witness, but an amazing learning opportunity for me and my family. So I really, really appreciate being here tonight. Thank you for inviting me. One thing I do want to say is that as a member of the Board of Education, one of my goals is to learn more about the cultures that exist in our community and make sure that as our community grows and becomes more diverse, that our students and families see themselves represented, see themselves, their cultures, their traditions represented in our schools. And so, again, this has been a wonderful learning experience for me. I really look forward to talking more with members of our Indian community to see how we might bring this tradition and culture into our schools, such as through the community education opportunities. So again, thank you so much for the invitation. It's truly an honor. Girls, I agree with everything your brother said, that you showed so much courage. The passion is there. Continue. You can go even further than you went today, and I truly admire your craft and your dance. Thank you.
I request Ella Humes to share a few words with us, if you please.
Thank you so much, everyone, for having me here. I can only echo what's already been said. You dancers were absolutely incredible. As a dancer myself, I can't imagine the hours of work that went into this performance. And yeah, it was just an honor to see you guys. I work in politics, and I think that it can be a little depressing sometimes. But again, seeing young girls like you, your talent, your passion, your energy, it gives me so much hope for the future that we're gonna have. Again, since I work in politics, I do have to say, communities like these are so important, and when we're going into an election year, politics are a way to vote for the future that you want to see and the future you want for your communities. And yeah, I really love to see this community thrive even more. It's been such an honor to have a peek into it. And thank you so much for having me here.
I request Joshua to be part of the celebration too.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Joshua Lee. I serve on the Lakeville City Council and also serve as the Mayor Pro Tem, which just means that when our Mayor Luke Hellier is not around, I take his place and serve as backup. First of all, as someone who can barely stand on one foot, the impressive performances that we saw tonight were just incredible. So to all of you performers, I just thank you for sharing everything that you have learned over these past few years. I learned a lot tonight. I didn't realize the amount of time and energy that went into this first stage of your dance journey, but to know that you have so much more to go. I can't wait to be a part of each step of your journey along the way. As you all probably know, Lakeville is growing to, we're about 75,000 people. And it's that growth that I think is really special, that we're able to now grow into more events like this. Charu, I think you mentioned in your speech how bringing the tradition and culture of India was so important to you. And what I think is special is that's not only just now the traditions that you're learning, you are now a part of that history here in Lakeville. That is part of Lakeville's history. And so you all are so important. I just really appreciate the invitation to be a part of it, and I tried to learn a little Bali dance at the International Day of Living Together in Peace, and it did not go well, but I'll keep trying, and I look forward to future opportunities. So congratulations to everyone.
Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. My name is John Burwell, and I also serve you as a member of Lakeville City Council. And it was an honor to be here tonight, especially to be an honored guest. It's a privilege. Thank you. Ladies, congratulations on a very successful recital. Looking at the costumes and the dance, you are bringing color and energy to our community. And I am so happy that you are here and that you've spent 5 years doing these dances and learning this, and I'm hoping that you continue. The physicality of the dances really impresses me. I have to admit, during the one dance where you did a lot of the head movements, I was in my chair trying some of those. I will have a sore neck tomorrow, and that will deepen my respect for your abilities. So congratulations. The other thing that impresses me is each one of you, as you mentioned your interests, all of you mentioned family and friends. And I know your community to be a tight-knit family community, and you are investing lots of time and energy into your culture and expressing it outwardly. And that really brings hope. Whenever you have strong families and youth that are committed to their culture, that makes for a strong community. So you are making Lakeville much, much stronger just by what you're doing. And that means that we have a bright future. So I'm very proud of you. Well done. Congratulations.
As our last guest of honor today, I would like to thank Surya personally because he's opened up like a new world of possibilities and opportunities for us, which I didn't even know existed until you were introduced to me. So thank you for being able to do this in a very short notice for us. We are all very honored. Please share a few words.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Meena, the parents who are all invited me. I just want to give some update to the Lakeville peoples and for the Bharatanatyam class students. So we are trying to implement the Bharatanatyam dance program to Lakeville School District, so after school program. It has been communicated to the governor Tim Walls. So Lakeville will be the first school district who is going to get the Bharatanatyam dance program through school. With the always support of school board members and the city councils. Thank you so much. Thanks for all the kids. Thank you.
Okay, so we are coming to the last section. I know you've all been very patient, awesome audience for me today. So bear a few more minutes with me. Now to the well-deserved certificate distribution section. The girls have asked me to keep up tradition. So in the Salangai Poojai, when we did it during the COVID, where we literally did not even have a single audience. And today I'm overwhelmed to see the house full, right? I started off talking about the girls without introducing who I am talking about, and it was a guessing game and they really enjoyed it. So they asked me to keep up that as a tradition, that I have to talk about a kid, not giving out the name of the kid. They'll guess who that is and the girl will come on the stage to receive her certificate. Don't worry, I promise. I'll keep it very, very short. I'm also super hungry, so I understand. Okay? So here we go. She started off as one of the quietest one, but not so quiet anymore. She's someone who is very hardworking and someone who waits for her thunder to reveal her strengths. Who is it? Reha. Reha started off as a kid who was very shy. A kid of very few words in my class. Now she adds life and color and anything else that you want in the class. Okay, all of the sessions are hilarious when she is there. It's very amazing, the journey that we have had for the last 5 years. Right? It's such a transformation from somebody who's been very quiet in the class to somebody who's very talkative in the class. No complaints though. We love our conversations, right, Reha? Congratulations, Reha. Keep it going. I think she's the one who has the most potential in this bunch of kids that they danced today. And just for that reason, she was also the one who got the most corrections. But the quality I love the most about her is that she will never give up. She always puts in the effort and delivers, right? She always tries to go above and beyond what we work on during our sessions every time when she comes back to the next session. I have seen her grow up so much and has been full of surprises, especially this last month of rehearsals. Who is that? Charu. Yes. Charu, you really made me proud today. Congratulations and keep it up. She also started off as one of the quietest one and is still one of the quietest one in the class. She has been with me for longer than the rest of the kids in this bunch. If you had asked me a couple of years back, like, will you ever do her Salangai Poojai? I absolutely wouldn't have had the confidence to say that yes, she's going to do that milestone. And I think she herself spoke in her speech about that too. As I always say, every flower blooms in its own time. About a couple of years back, we started a very different journey. And what was amazing is such an amazing turn she took. Like, it was a completely different kid in my class after that. Thanks to her parents for trusting in me in the first place, because every other kid in her batch had completed her Salangai Poojai earlier, and I had to say she's not ready yet. So please bear with me. I'll definitely do it, but not yet. Thank you, Shrivisha, for never giving up on yourself and me as we work through all these years. You have become such a mature, seasoned dancer today. Congratulations. Well deserved. Of course, there's only one kid left. Himasri. She's the most expressive, the darling in the batch. From my bottom of my heart, I'm saying, the most sweetest kid and the most hardworking one I have had the pleasure to work with in all my life. I'm telling, including my daughter. Daughters are never daughters. But Himasri is a blessing, and stay blessed, Himasri. Consistency should have been her middle name. Such a positive attitude towards anything, like towards every outlook, right, in life, she has such a positive attitude towards it. I admire the quality that she has in her, which I normally don't see in a lot of people in the whole world. A quality that she has is of uplifting and appreciating everyone around her, and at a very, she's very young, right? At such a young age, it is so commendable. And I think I have mentioned this to Sita multiple times, that she's blessed to have a daughter like that who is very appreciative of everything around her. Congratulations, Himasri. Keep up everything, just the way you are.
I would like to welcome the MCs on stage.
Next, we would like to call Yamini onto the stage.
Up to the stage. We'd also like to call Ravi Uncle onto the stage.
Now we would like to welcome Venu Uncle on stage.
Her dedication, patience, and knowledge have been the guiding light for our dancers. Meena Auntie, your tireless effort in choreographing these beautiful dances and your unwavering commitment to supporting each dancer's potential have made this milestone possible. Next, a special thanks to all our volunteers from the NDA family who have worked behind the scenes to ensure everything runs smoothly. Your contributions, big and small, have been crucial in making this event happen. I would like to extend my gratitude to some special individuals, including the tech crew, especially Morgan, Andrew, Eli, Pranav Uncle, who worked on broadcasting live, and those who helped with multimedia and lights. Ravi Paramashivan, Venugopalan, and Anantharamakumar. We greatly appreciate the photographer, Rajesh Govindaraj, and the videographer, Salangai K. Thank you for capturing these precious moments, allowing us to relive this day through your lenses. A heartfelt thank you to all the MCs, Anshi, Anika, Ananya, Sadhna, myself Joanne, Tristha, and Shriya, who helped guide everyone through this event. Thank you to Godavari Indian Restaurant for the food, Lakeville North High School for the venue, those who helped with decoration, and Yamini Auntie, Sangeetha Auntie, and Vishnupriya Auntie for the makeup. Thank you, Meena Auntie, for designing the beautiful costumes and Varna collections for delivering them. And of course, our stars of the evening, our talented dancers, Reha, Himasri, Charushri, and Shrivisha. You have each shown incredible dedication, hard work, and passion for Bharatanatyam. Your performance today has truly shown the countless hours of practice you have put in. To everyone who has been a part of this journey, parents, friends, and supporters, your encouragement and support have been the backbone to this achievement. You have not only made this milestone possible, but truly memorable and special. As we conclude this beautiful evening, let us remember that this Salangai Poojai is not just a ceremony, but a celebration of these dancers' commitment and passion. It is a significant milestone, but also a stepping stone towards greater achievements in the future. Thank you all for being here and making this event a grand success. Let us continue to support and encourage our dancers